Hi there, we are back to this familiar UI again. Today, me and Shao will show you what we have done for our extension features. For the previous milestone, we have shown you all the way from sign up to how to use our website. So today we'll just proceed with some existing account. Okay, so to do a quick recap on what we have done on the previous milestone, when you sign up as a new user and just log in, there's no transaction shown here. And then you need to upload your bank statements either in PDF or CSV format here. Then the backend will start processing the bank statements and list all the transactions in this transaction tab and also some recent transaction in the dashboard. There's also a tab showing the basic business information and the macroeconomic indicators that will be used to generate business insight. So now look back to the extension features. The main features we have done are anomaly detections and forecasting. So as I was doing the recap just now, you might have noticed that in the transaction tab, not only the UI not only that the UI has looked better in compared with the previous milestone, there's also a row highlighted here. So these are the abnormal transactions that have been detected by using an algorithm called isolation forest. So what isolation forest does is, given a set of data, for our example, it's just list of transactions, then it will randomly select features and then randomly select a threshold and then split the data into left and right subtree. So to demonstrate, like at the beginning, the isolation forest might have randomly choose this amount as the features and then choose some value 25 and at the as a threshold. Then all the transactions with amount greater than 25 will be moved to the right subtree, while all the transactions with value less than 25 will be moved to the left subtree. Then it will do the same thing again to the left and right subtrees until all the data has been isolated. Then then the algorithm find find out like which data point is more easy to be isolated out, and then it will flag it as abnormal. So in our case, this transaction has been flagged as abnormal. Next is the forecasting features. If you click on the forecast tab, you can see a beautiful graph shown here and some forecast highlight. So this is the graph of the cash flow based on the transactions that has been uploaded by the users. And then you can, if you look at the debts from here up until here are the debts where the users have uploaded the transaction for the first time up to today's date. And then the rest of the cash flow are predicted by models called ARIMA. So ARIMA is a models that allow you to predict the future cash flows based on the historical cash flows that has been provided. Then it consists of three parts, which is AR, I, and MA. So the AR part is stand for autoregressive, and then the I stand for integration, and MA stand for moving average. If you are interested in knowing more, then you can go and Google yourself. But then now you can see that since we have very limited data, so the transactions are up until previous year, and then all the cash flow from the previous year up until today's are all zero. So the predictions given are also no zeros, and there is also no interesting highlights here because all the predictions value are just all zeros. But we can make a small we can modify our code a little bit to show you how the ARIMAs do predictions based on the real life data. So back to our code, we can just comment out this time so it don't add in the cash flow from here all the way until today's date. then it will make predictions based on the cash flow over here. Then you can see how well it do the predictions. And we can also have a overview, have a rough view on how the transactions model are being used. So it's like calling the ARIMA models here and then provide three parameters here. So these three parameters are P, D, Q, which correspond to the A, R, I, and MA part mentioned just now. And then you call the models to a feed, and then you can do the forecast based on the data. And then this ARIMA models is come from the stat models package that has been provided by the Python. Okay, so now the backend server might have successfully reloaded it. So we reload this page and then see what is the result. So that from here to here based on the cash flow based on the transactions we have uploaded. And then all the values in the behind are the predictions. So as you can see, the predictions follows the trend nicely, and there's some highlights based on the predictions generated. So is the highlights is mostly about like whether there's a spike or there's a prominent spike or prominent drop in the forecasted cash flow, and then we listed it up here. So we have we have finished introduced the features we have developed, which are anomaly detections and the forecasting features. There's also a minor fix that we have done on our website, which is when we when we remove the access token from the local storage last time, like you can see that we cannot upload the bank statements, and also we cannot access the rest of the features in our website. But then now if we reload the website or the page, and then when it detected that the token is missing or expired, it will redirect you to the login page. So then you have to sign again to to access the website again. So like now you can imagine that you are an SME owners, then will you use our app to do the financial analysis for your business transactions? And if you are willing to use it, what are the suggestions that you will give us? Like for example, like are you willing to see more interesting graph in the forecast tab, or like are you more interested in seeing like the anomalous transactions are listed in a separate in the separate tables, or like maybe you prefer using Google login or anything else that you can let us know in the peer evaluation. Thank you for listening.